The Art of Worship, an essay written by Lincy Patricia. I will put a link so you can subscribe for the next one. They are delicious. The Art of Worship, claiming my desires, boundaries, and devotion to life. Hello, my fellow worshippers of life. Let me take you into a deeper field of desire that has just opened up for me. It won't surprise you to hear that another shadow in my ever-growing light has been illuminated, leaving me completely still. Desires. Let's dive in. The shame. Oh, the shame that clung to this woman was so deep. I convinced myself that my desires to be cherished, adored, and truly worshipped by a man could never be fulfilled. I believed that the way I want to be treated, the way I want to be honored, was too much. Surely no man would ever embrace it. And so I thought my choices were either to remain alone or to settle for mediocrity. Black and white thinking, maybe. Know thyself. Rule 1. But mediocrity as my norm? Absolutely not. Of course, we also have to look at the social story, the societal story, scusa. The one that has lingered for thousands of years, that men hold more value than women. But I am Lincy Patricia, and I am a devotee of worshiping life. This devotion is embodied in my humanity. There is nothing more exhilarating than being worshipped for who I am. And I live this truth every day. The mirror is my beloved. My thoughts are my tools and my emotions are my playground. The feeling of worship, of reverence, devotion, and awe is one of the most fulfilling experiences in life. It fills me up completely. I've already been familiar with this feeling for some time. I am worshipped by myself, by my inner circle of brilliant, expensive people, and even by strangers that I meet on the street or in cafes. But I want more. I want more. When it comes to romantic relationships, my brain has a story that people stop worshipping. They stop seeing, stop being curious, stop living fully in the moment. My beautiful brain has no other experience to draw from. And when I leave a relationship, the relief I feel, even alongside the pain, is enormous. I can finally return to the field of worship where I no longer have to shrink myself. And yet, I wouldn't be Lincy if I didn't dive headfirst into this with all my fear and trembling. What is the belief, Lincy? What I now know. A non-negotiable for me is that anyone in my personal field must have the drive, passion, and devotion to face life deeply within themselves every fucking day. They must constantly step into growth, like an addict who cannot get enough. A devotee. Whew! In my view, this is the greatest addiction there is. The possibilities you discover within this life's work are endless, and they lift you higher than any drug ever could. Mm. For me, it's not even a choice. It's a necessity. But really, I mean, please, please, human, gift yourself the pleasure of devotion. When you worship yourself, you're naturally worshiping others. Not long ago, I believed this was too much to ask, especially within the romantic realm. But why does it feel so unattainable? Even more important, why does my brain believe it is unattainable? When I examine this idea of unattainability, I find a big blur. And that blur, it comes from a belief that I'm not even allowed to look at what I want. How can something exist in my field of experience if I don't allow myself to look at it and see it clearly? What I've discovered. The reason I can worship my friends but trap myself in romantic relationship lies in communication and comprehension. With my friends, I am clear from the start. This is Lindsay and this is what she wants. I want you to look at me with wonder because I am someone new in every moment. Life lets me surf its waves in every instant. I am a great wonder. I want you to train yourself to be present with me all the times. The most beautiful people are addicted to growth, the experience of expansion, self expression, self love. Within that, they make the human experience as vibrant and fulfilling as possible. Some people hear this and remove themselves from my field. This is okay. Others light up because they desire the same fucking thing and they dive right in. These are my people. Ooh, some come and some go, and this flow is constant. But here's the thing. I cannot remember I communicated this so clearly in my romantic relationships. At some point, I just shut down. That is the issue. I wasn't aware that I could say this from the start. I wasn't aware because I was ashamed. Shame! And because I felt that shame, shame is like a very silent killer. And because I felt that shame, I unconsciously avoided looking at what I truly wanted within a man, where I then step into romantic relationship with. That avoidance trapped me in relationships where I could later say, see, Lindsay, what I want doesn't exist. But now I am stepping in the field of possibilities because the shame is inside. Her who knows that it's possible is here. Even though there is still fear, I am ready to do things differently. How I step into the field where it already exists. To get what you want, you must become the person who already has it. My brain has years of proof that this is true. We quantum leap into the new version of ourselves without spending weeks, months, of years healing from what was. This is the superpower we all have. This is true. And the answer to every how, Lindsay, is simple. Just do it. Yesterday, for example, I told a man who took me out to dinner, I Lincy, live in a world of worship, and I will not live any other way. He couldn't respond to this. He didn't even ask me what it looked like, you know. But it is beyond the point. The point is this: I have set the boundaries. Pivot. Life now knows what I want. I will keep saying no to everything that is not aligned so that the yes can enter. And yes, it is scary to adopt new behaviors. But the fulfillment that I feel knowing that my yes is on the fucking way makes it all worth it. This naturally dissolves any lingering issues of unworthiness. That feeling was tied to that old identity that was attached to the shame, the one that didn't know this possibility existed. The me who now speaks her truth, even with fear, has no unworthiness in this area anymore. The echo of old will linger out of this reality. Because screw it. This is my life. This is my life. This is my life. And I want to live it exactly how I want. On my terms, not according to standards that are secretly embedded in my system. How good is that? How good is that, please? I don't yet know exactly what this new romantic, sensual, sexual field will look like. But when it enters my experience, you will be the first to know. Woo! Saved. Mwah. I'm Lincy Patricia. I'm a transformational coach. This is one of my newsletters. I love to speak them out loud. Drop to the subscribe button. And go to the link in my bio to put you on the list for these kinds of golden nuggets. I'm a transformational coach. Everything you will find is in the link. And please ask by yourself, what are my desires? But really, and do I own them? Do I? Need some help? Call me.